Browns offense, especially the offensive line, against the Bengals defensive line?
Well, the thing I like about the offensive line for the Browns is everybody's really good, and the question mark has been Jed Wills. And will Jed Wills play to his potential? And as you see here, back when a couple years ago, here's what gets everybody excited, and this is why the Browns have not refused to give up on him, because in pass protection, he can be elite. He's got right here, he gets his left hand in, so he kicks back very well. He gets his left hand in first, and you see his left hand get in first there. That is going to immediately stop the bull rush by David Mayo here, who's a really good pass rusher at that point in time. By stopping the bull rush, then he can get his other hand in, and it can stop any counter moves by Mayo. And his ability to get back on a linebacker who blitzes, and his skill set is so good. The problem is with Jed Wills is that you don't see it on every play. And that's what the Browns are looking for. They're looking for him to turn the corner and be dominant on every play, which he has the ability to do, and he's done before on film. He just doesn't consistently do it. And that really shows up in the run game, especially when the Browns are running their gap and zone schemes. He's got to be more dominant. He's a big physical athlete. But in the pass game, there's times he's as good as any left tackle in the NFL when his mind is set about being good.
All right, so you mentioned sometimes in the run game, and the question always seems to be with him finishing play, and that's going to be even more important now with Deshaun Watson at quarterback because he will extend some of those passing plays. But let's take a look at this clip and take us through what you see here.
Well, you can see this is what you get out of the offensive line. So you get point of attack, you get Njoku, who's really good, aggressive outside. You get Petonio at the left guard, who helps a little bit and then gets off on the linebacker 75 there, but Jed Wills does not stay with. Now, Dexter Lawrence, a really good player, but there's just not a lot of nastiness and a lot of finish out of Jed Wills here. And this is what kind of frustrates people when they watch him. He has at times really bad body language. And my dad always told me body language does not whisper, it screams. And he has such bad body language at times, especially in plays that he's not finishing. So here, he kind of gets beat and then he doesn't finish the play, and people see this and they get frustrated. And he has shown the ability to do this. So people who, as a coach, as a former coach, things that frustrate our players is that when you've seen it, and you've seen in the run game, in the pass game, you've seen this guy be dominant. I have also watched him personally from 10 feet away for multiple practices where he's just absolutely dominant. And I back him because I've seen him do it. And I think this is a year, in my opinion, he turns the corner. Because the Browns are so talented at every position, this is the one spot on offense, in my opinion, that has got to get better, and I think he has the talent to do it.
The other thing is, and I touched on it before we went into that clip, with Deshaun Watson, if you quit on plays in the middle of them, it's going to be glaring this year.
Well, and everybody makes mistakes, and everybody gets beat, and there's elite pass rushers, especially at that left tackle. But what he's got to do is he's got to have continuous fight, and he's got to have a little bit of nastiness to him. And it's like the rest of those guys on the offensive line. He plays against next to Petonio and Posick and Teller and Conklin. Those guys are nasty guys who are going to fight. They get beat as well. But what you see is incredible body language and 1-2. And that 1-2 is sometimes what you don't see out of Jed Wills, especially on game day. Now, I like the fact that I get to see practice all the time because in practice, at times he has bad body language, but his drills and the things he does are at a high level. And I think he turns the corner. I think this is the year he turns the corner. The Browns have made it very clear that, this is his time to shine. And he's the one piece on that offensive line that you're unsure about. Other guys are going to get beat, but there is no doubt that Teller and Petonio and plus those guys are going to compete. And that's what the Browns are looking for. They're looking for him to be meaner, to have more 1-2. And that's what everybody will be looking for. That's what I'll be looking for on Sunday is how nasty is he? Is he finishing plays? Is he helping people up? Is he running downfield? Does he have good body language? Is he flying around? That's what you want to see out of him. And he can do it.